Hey guys, it's Liz from Consumed by Books, and I'm here to tell you about what I've gotten in my mailbox so far in October. This is a big haul, so don't expect a lot more until early to mid-November. I did get my master's degree in the mail. Yay! So proof that I have my Master's of Library and Information Science. The diploma, that is. I got the diploma, I should say. I'm going to get that framed, but I may show it to you in the future. Now let's talk about the books that I got for review. I got some titles from Little Brown. Zombie by Darren Shan. Obviously, this book is about zombies. Don't know much about it, but it looks like a very quick and engaging read, so hopefully it is. Haven't read a lot of zombie books, so looking forward to trying that out. What Happens Next by Colleen Clayton. I believe that this book addresses the topic of date rape, so it sounds like it will be a very tough read, but I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. And my last Little Brown title is Ask the Passengers by A.S. King. Now, I haven't read any A.S. King yet, but Please Ignore Vera Dietz has gotten rave reviews and won a Prince Honor, and Everybody Sees the Ants is supposed to be fantastic as well. And this has gotten great reviews too, for that matter. So, I'm really excited to dive into this. I did get one title from Macmillan, Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is a companion to Cinder, and a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. It sounds like this is also futuristic, kind of like Cinder was. I have not yet read Cinder, but I am going to read these two around the same time and then review them both around their Scarlet's release date. So, if you have read both of these and know whether or not I can read Scarlet separately, let me know, because that would be really helpful, actually. And I got two e-galleys, both from St. Martin Press. They are Uses for Boys, which is about a girl who really doesn't have very much on her own. I think her mother kind of neglects her, so she relies on boys to get the things she needs. And another book called Eleanor and Park. Now, I don't remember the authors of either of these books, and my iPad's in the other room, but I will share links with authors down below. So thank you very much, St. Martin's. I got one signed book, and this I won off of Twitter, The Space Between Us by Jessica Martinez. Some of you may remember that I read and loved Virtuosity, which is Jessica's debut, so I'm pumped to read this book. I thought the pink cover would be not so great, but I think they picked just the right shade, and I love it. And this book is signed. What? Awesome. Love it, etc. So next I have a gift from Misty of the Book Rat. She sent me her ARC of Storm Dancer by Jay Kristoff. This sounds amazing. Let me read you the blurb on the cover. What's that? You've got a Japanese steampunk novel with mythic creatures, civil unrest, and a strong female protagonist? I'm afraid I missed everything you said after Japanese steampunk. That's all I really needed to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a blurb from Patrick Rothfuss. That blurb embodies so many great things: steampunk, mythic creatures, civil unrest, female protagonist, and it's by Patrick Rothfuss. Obviously, I needed to pick this book up. And look at this cover. Look at this cover. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna dive into this one really soon. And it's gonna be awesome, I hope. Also, Misty very generously took my copy of Wings of the Wicked to a signing with her. And Courtney wrote to Liz, there is no rest for the wicked. I am very excited to read this one. I haven't actually gotten to it yet, but I do have a signed hardcover of Angel Fire, and I loved that book, so I can't wait to dive into this. I'm saying dive into things a lot. Next up, I borrowed a book from my friend Dory, Darwin Arkwright and the Peregrine Pact. I don't know much about this, but from what I've read on the back cover, it sounds fascinating, and Dory said that it would be a great book for young boys, so I'm eager to pick this up. Thank you, Dory. And I left my copy of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children with her. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the stuff that I bought. It is kind of a huge pile. Yeah, it's a huge pile, but whatever. Okay, we have the archived tote bag from Victoria Schwab. Imagine a place where the dead rest on shelves like books. And then she signed the back, which is awesome. And she sent me swag. So the archived bookmarks and book plates, which is awesome. Thank you very much, Victoria. I really appreciate that. And I have an Arc of the Archived here, so I will be reading that at some point soon. Next up, there is a Maggie Stiefvater signing near me, but I wasn't able to go because some travel came up unexpectedly. However, it was at Red Balloon Books, and they're awesome, and they will let you call the store before signing and make arrangements to get books signed and personalized. So I got Ballad because this is the only Maggie book I didn't have a copy of, and she personalized it. Awesome. And of course, even though I got a signed personalized ARC at ALA, I love having finished copies. And if you want authors to being able to keep writing books, then you have to buy them so that authors can make money because people need money. So I got a copy of The Raven Boys, and this is also signed. Now, I gotta tell you guys, I loved Shiver when I read it. Loved it. I was so surprised by how great it was. And then I read the Scorpio Races, and again, even though I knew that I loved Shiver and Linger, I was amazed by how good it was. I was like, holy wow, this world. And The Raven Boys has been getting great reviews. So hopefully I feel the same way about this one as I did about her other two books. You know, like, oh my gosh, I knew this would be good, but this is way better than I expected. Maybe I'm being a little unrealistic here, but like I said, I've heard great things from people I trust, so we'll just have to see. At any rate, it's Maggie, so I don't think I'm gonna dislike it. I don't think that's a concern at this point. What Comes After, which is by Steve Watkins, I actually read and reviewed this book in 2011, but I don't have my own finished copy, so I wanted to get one for my shelves. It's very pretty. Velveteen by Daniel Marks. This one just came out on Tuesday, and I have been watching Danny's YouTube channel for a while, and I want to support him, so I've got the book. This one just sounds great. It's horror, which I don't read very much of, so I need to really diversify there, and yeah, it's just awesome. Congratulations, Danny, if you happen to watch this. Among Others, which is by Joe Walton. This looks to be kind of an Arthurian thing because it is about Morwenna and her growing up in Wales, and then she goes off to a boarding school in England. I don't know a ton about this, but it just sounds amazing, and I love this cover. Again, so pretty. There's a lot of pretty covers in this IMM, not gonna lie. Through to You, which is by Emily Hainsworth. So this is kind of a contemporary novel, and I think it's about a girl who's kind of in between worlds or in multiple worlds, something like that. Kelly of Stacked Books said it was amazing, and I thought I would give it a try because it sounded kind of like Before I Fall, that type of thing. So yes, hopefully this is excellent. Next up, okay, I shouldn't have bought this one because I haven't read the first book, but Crown of Embers by Ray Carson. Now, I have heard nothing but fabulous things about The Girl of Fire and Thorns. Nothing but fabulous things. And I'm so in love with this cover. I just love the blue and the purple and the teal and all of that. So, I need to find my copy of The Girl of Fire and Thorns. I was going through some boxes the other day because my mom wanted copies of Speak and The Glass Castle. But I didn't see that one, so hopefully it pops up soon, because I know it's in the pile of boxes somewhere. The problem is that there are like 20 boxes. Anyways. The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls, which is by Claire Legrand. This is a middle grade novel. I don't know much about this, but A, I've heard good things, and B, look at the end pages. Spiders. It was the spiders that sold me, actually. Like, I had been debating, do I want to get this book? Do I not want to get this book? I saw the end pages. I wanted this book. And, to no one's surprise, I have a copy of The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There by Catherine M. Valent. I read an ARC of this book a few weeks ago, and I loved it. It's so good. There's just the perfect amount of growth and development in September's character and in the world and in Valent's writing, and it is fantastic. You have got to pick up these books if you have got to pick up these books if you have not already, because they are so good. And I need to find a new home for my ARC because I still have that. Okay, believe it or not, there are still more books, but we're almost done. Monstrous Beauty by Elizabeth Fama. This has a really shiny cover. I love it. It's fabulous. So yes, it's about mermaids and it's supposed to be very dark and quirky. And Adam of Hitting on Girls in Bookstores compared this book in his review to eating dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate. Reading a book that's like experiencing eating dark chocolate sounds pretty awesome to me. So, Monstrous Beauty by Elizabeth Fama. I really don't know when I'm going to work this in because obviously I do have review books and there's a pile of review books already built up, but someday I will get to it and it will be hopefully excellent. These next two books I wanted to get before hardcovers became totally unavailable. The 13th Child by Patricia C. Reed. I don't really know much about this book. I didn't look at the summary very closely, but there's a dragon on the cover, and I loved Patricia C. Reed's Enchanted Forest Chronicles growing up. That's all I needed. Really, come on. Another one, All These Things I've Done by Gabrielle Zevin. This is about a world where chocolate and coffee are banned. Maybe it's not coffee, but caffeine. No, chocolate and coffee. Makes you wonder if soda is illegal. Clearly I need to read this and find out. Anyways, like I said, I've been hearing so many good things about this book, especially from Misty of the Book Rat, so if I don't like it, I'm blaming her. But it looks fantastic, and I wanted the hardcover because the paperback is certainly pretty. There is nothing wrong with it, but I think that there are so many models on covers these days that I wanted something a little bit different. Next up, The Casual Vacancy, which is by J.K. Rowling. Someone, I believe on Twitter, and I cannot remember who, so I apologize, said that this sounds like a less funny version of Hot Fuzz, and I have to say, I totally agree with that assessment. That's exactly what this book sounds like. However, it's J.K. Rowling. Obviously, I'm going to pick this book up. And these next 5 books are from Half Price Books, so that was good. Because believe it or not, I did actually recently get rid of a big pile of books. Of course, as you can see, I have since undone that, but you know, it's the circle of life. Blindness by Jose Saramago. I really think that I probably butchered that, and I apologize. I've heard that this book is absolutely excellent. Don't know much about it, but I'm looking forward to reading it. The Marbury Lens. This is by Andrew Smith. I've heard really good things about this one from Daniel Marks, author of Velveteen, which you saw earlier in this haul. And again, I don't know a ton about it, but I love this cover and it looks fantastic. Nobody's Princess, which is by Esther Friesner. And again, I'm sorry if I butchered that last name. This sounds really excellent to me. I don't know much about it, but I think that it's kind of about a princess who loves Aphrodite. I'm just reading off the back cover, but it's blurred by Tamora Pierce, and I've seen some good reviews of it on Goodreads, so we will see how this is. If you've read it, let me know what you thought. We have Sarah's Key, which is by Tatiana D. Rosne. I don't know much about this one, but it is set during World War II in Europe, and it looks really fascinating and wonderful, and I'm excited to check it out. Lastly, oh, heavy, We the Drowned, which is by Karsten Jensen. Now, this is a book that I have heard almost nothing about. And when I looked on Goodreads, I actually saw that it had mostly 5-star reviews. One from someone whose opinions I think very highly of. So I thought that I would go ahead and give this one a shot. It's really huge. I have no idea when I'm going to get to this, but we will see. So, that is everything that's come in my mailbox lately. Quite a bit of stuff. Obviously, I've got some serious reading ahead of me, but I'm looking forward to all of it. I want to see what you've gotten in your mailbox, so please leave a link in the comments, and I will come and check it out. Until then, happy reading!